Lucille Ball once said she had the greatest time of her life on television. And as our man in Hollywood, Jim Brown, reminds us this morning, when Lucy had a great time, everybody had a great time.
What you are about to see is an outtake from a 1988 special saluting NBC television on its 50th anniversary. Lucille Ball showing off those still great legs and performing in front of an audience, but unhappy with her effort.
Cut it! Cut it! What the hell you want from me?
What the audience wanted and eventually got was a wonderful performance, as she had been doing for years on stage, on radio, in films, and on television. It was a life that began in Celeron, New York in August 1911, and when it ended 77 years later, the little girl had left her mark on the world of entertainment. In the early 30s, the hopeful model became a Goldwyn girl, appearing in forgettable films such as Bulldog Drummond Strikes Back. She continued working in movies, but the most important event of that period was the marriage in November 1940 to Cuban bandleader Desi Arnaz. Meantime, her film career at MGM put her opposite such leading men as Van Johnson.
I don't do anything that you don't want me to do.
There'll be a row with Warren.
A pox on Warren. That come out of me?
And the Marx Brothers.
Got the contract?
Copied it right from Fremont's Best. It's in the bag next to the corned beef sandwich.
Is this it with the mustard on it?
Yeah.
You know, I think I'm going to like this. I never had a contract with mustard on before.
I didn't, at the time, know that I was headed for anything that would be remotely as remunerative, for one thing. Is that the word? I almost didn't get it out.
That is indeed the word.
And as close as this media is. You see, we're right with you in television, and that makes a great deal of difference. I've been in pictures for more than 12, 13 years before I went into television. I'd made 50, 60 pictures, but there's nothing like the close, as we all know now, like the close association that you have, because we're right there.
So why don't you join the thousands of happy, peppy people and get a great big bottle of Mida. Remember that name.
So you think that it's fun to be funny. Just a barrel of laughs night and day. In a world that's eternally sunny. With a life that's no work and all play. Just because we can make it look easy doesn't mean it's a carousel ride. So we cackle and crow and go on with the show, although we are dying inside. Comedy is a serious business. Comedy is an art. Comedy is a matter of miming and timing and playing a part. When you're frantically trying to please, sweating bullets and down on your knees, and you see your career disappearing in smoke, comedy ain't no joke.
We're having a baby, my baby and me.
One of the most memorable shows of the I Love Lucy series was that October night in 1951 when little Ricky was born. In real life, there were two children from the marriage, a daughter Lucy and a son Desi, both of whom later appeared with their mother on television. In business, Lucy and Desi Sr. were so successful, they bought the studio. But business success did not translate to real life, and in 1960, the pair ended their marriage, if not their professional life together.
It helped every morning to have to get up and go to work, whether we went together or not. But once we were on the set, it was a happy marriage.
In 1961, Lucy married comedian Gary Morton, whom she met during her Broadway stint in the musical Wildcat. Later, Lucy bought out Desi and eventually sold her interest in the company for $17 million worth of Gulf and Western stock. Desi passed away in 1986. Lucille Ball's final public appearance was last month during the Academy Award telecast, appearing appropriately with longtime friend and co-star Bob Hope. The pair received a standing ovation. It was something she had received on many occasions, but this time perhaps it was even more satisfying. It was from her peers. For today, Jim Brown, NBC News, Hollywood.
We all were her fans, but an hour from now, in our 8:30 half hour, we'll meet some of her real-life friends. We'll be back after this.